Welcome to the video explaining ice hike in 5 steps. 1. The goal. Imagine we're fishermen in Greenland, a small fishing hamlet, and overnight we've been hit by sudden frost and snow. And now all the water is frozen and there's a thick layer of snow on top. The objective now is to get on foot to the nearest village on the mainland. Whoever gets there first wins. 2. In your turn there's 2 things you can do, and the first thing you can do is pick a tile and place it somewhere on the board. Now there's 4 different tiles you can pick. The first tile being water. Water is a block. On water you cannot walk, nor you nor a polar bear. Of course, in real life a polar bear could go through the water. You might actually survive if you're Wim Hof or someone, but it's no fun for the game. So in this game you're not allowed to cross a water tile, not even over the snowy edge. They're off limits. Second tile you can pick is a water tile with some fishes on them. I don't know if you can see so well on the video, but believe me, these are different. These have fishes in them. And water with fishes, that's actually a tile where a bear can go in, but then it's out of the game for the rest of the game. So this is a nice way to get rid of a bear when it's fishing. Third tile you can pick is, got some brownish plants on them. This is a land tile, like the start or the finish. They're actually 1 level up from the ice board. And the fourth and final tile you can pick is rock. Black rocks. These are mountains, and they're even 1 more level up from the rest. They're higher than all the rest. So actually the water tiles should be the same altitude as the board, and the mountains should be higher than all the rest. But if I made the water tiles thinner and the mountain tiles thicker, you could of course see what tile you're picking, and that's no fun, so we didn't do that. So we're depending on your imagination. Just remember, the board is level 1, the land is level 2, and the mountains is level 3. And these levels are important because in the game you'll find out that walking up is harder than walking down. 3. Walk. In your turn you can choose, after you've placed a tile, to walk with either your puppet, probably towards the finish, or with a polar bear, probably to annoy someone else. If you walk with your puppet you get an energy of 2 steps per turn. If you walk with a polar bear you get an energy of 3. Imagine this is me walking. I got 2 steps. I don't know if you can see so well on the video, but the whole board is actually covered with hexagons. The small hexagons on the board. So if I wanted to walk with a puppet, I have 2 steps. So now I could walk 1, 2 hexagons further. That is if it's on the same altitude. Because if I'd be walking up, imagine I'm going from the ice to the land, then it will cost me 2 steps to get up. 1, 2. So full turn actually. And maybe later I wanted to go to a mountaintop, it would cost me another 1, 2 steps. Same for the bear. If he wants to, imagine he was not in the water yet, if he wanted to walk straight on the same altitude, 1, 2, 3. Probably hard to outrun a bear in this game. And if he wanted to go up, he could go 1, 2. He has 1 extra step, but it's not enough to get to me. Luckily, phew, I'm still safe. Going down, however, is different, because in his little backpack, the puppet's got skis. So going down is kind of free. What do I mean by kind of free? Well, he takes a step down, but he gets it back because he's skiing. And he takes another step down, but he gets it back because he's skiing. And then he still got his 2 steps of his turn. 1, 2. So then he could actually walk 4 steps. A bear can't ski, so 3 is the maximum for a bear. One more thing important for both of them, the puppet and the bear, you can never go from level 1 to level 3 in one go. you always have to move via the land tiles onto the mountains. Knowing this, you'll see that a mountain tile can easily become a block too, because this white fella cannot go over the mountain like this, so the mountains, like the water, can become a block very easily. And if you then know that of the 60 tiles, 20 of them are water, 24 are mountains, and only 16 are land, you'll soon find out that this game is a lot about blocking your opponents and trying to get to the finish first. 4. Bear attack and building igloos. Now you can of course block your opponent by throwing a bear in front of him, but you can also attack them. How do you attack them? If you walk to the hexagon with somebody else's puppet on it, then you attack that puppet. That means that the puppet has to go back to start or to one of its own igloos or to the igloo of somebody else. But going to the igloo of somebody else, you can only do so if you can pay them a treasure. If you don't have any treasure, you can't go there. More about treasures in point 5. So imagine white doesn't have a treasure, so now it needs to go back to either his own igloo or to the start. I'm saying back because, of course, being attacked by a bear, you can't go to an igloo that's closer to the finish. No, you need to go from the attack backwards. The igloos are a safe haven. They protect you from the bears. Like the start and the finish, bears can't go there. And it costs you 2 steps to build an igloo. You only have 2 of them, so be wise when to build them. Not too early, not too late. Let me check my notes real quick. Yes, I've told you about water being a block, the mountains being a block, the bears being a block. Even somebody else's igloo can be a block, because if you don't have treasure, you can't pass that tile with the igloo of somebody else on it. Is it only doom in this game? Well, no, because 5, the treasures. If you pick a mountain tile, you can also reach for the grab bag. Very excited, this is my first game with a grab bag. If you reach for the grab bag, you can reach and pick out one of the cubes that's inside. The idea is the mountains have caves, and in the caves you can find treasure. Now there's 5 different cubes you can pick. I already put them to the side. The first kind of cube you can pick is white. That's not really a treasure actually, that's a polar bear. So if you pick a mountain tile and you reach from the grab bag a white cube, then you exchange the cube for a polar bear and place the tile with the polar bear somewhere on the board. Well, maybe next to an opponent of mine. If the other colors I can pick, it could be a black cube. Well, then you're in the clear, nothing happens. This is an empty cave. It could be a blue cube, and this is a good one. Here you get this is blueberries, and they'll give you 2 extra steps, so extra energy. It can be a red one. This is a torch. A torch will help you fend off one bear attack, also very helpful. And finally, it can be yellow, a rope. A rope makes it possible for you to go directly from level 1 to level 3 or vice versa. The bears can't use treasures. Do I immediately get those treasures when I take them out of the grab bag? Well, no, because you place them on top of the tile you just picked and then place that one on the board. Well, now if it's a tile with a rope, I'll probably place it somewhere next to my own pawn, and hopefully I'll get there soon. Imagine that I get there a couple of turns later. Do I then get it? Still not, because you will have to search the cave first. And searching a cave will also cost you 2 steps. So it takes you quite a bit of effort to get those treasures, but believe me, they can be very helpful in the game. Have I told you everything? Well, there's a few more rules in the booklet. For one, that you cannot completely block the road from start to finish. Makes sense now. There's a 2-player version described in the rulebook. And a shorter game where you place the finish tile on the X. Once again, I don't think you can see it on the video, but believe me, there's an X here, and then you can play a shorter version. Actually, the shorter version is described on the back of the rulebook. I hope you have a lot of fun playing Ice Hike.